Hi, I'm Thelma and my channel is Seasonal Crafts and Creations. Welcome back. Welcome if you're new. Today I have several Dollar Tree Easter DIYs, and if you are new to my channel and haven't subscribed yet, I hope you consider subscribing because I do DIYs, hauls, every now and then some vlogs, and some learn how to apply makeup with me. And I have a contest going on, and I'll link more about it in the description. But it's just a fun contest, and you will be winning a box of assorted different products that I'll put in once a week. I'll put one item, and again, I'll put more information down in the description. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on these DIYs. Okay, let me adjust my camera down. Alright, sorry about that noise. That was one of my kittens deciding to knock something down out of the cabinets. Okay, you will need for the first one of these white bunnies and a brown one, or you can have two white and two brown. It doesn't matter. But first, take your scissors and cut off this little tag off of both of them. And I'm going to start off by working on the white one first. Now, what you need to do is you can either just glue an egg under her little arm, or you can make a flower arrangement, a small one with some little baby breath. And I have these little blue flowers here that I'm going to use. And just take off a few. Try to pull that off. And what you do is just leave the leaves on and some of the baby breath, and then put your blue flower right on the stem, and let's see how that works. Push that up. You don't want it to overlap too much. You just want to make a small bouquet. Okay, that's not working. Now, I've never made one of these before, so I'm learning while we're doing it. So just take your little flowers and you don't need a lot. Just drape, cut the extra stem off, but you don't want it to be big and bulky. Now, I'm going to glue this together and then get a little jute rope and tie around it. And I have some blue and white left over from a project, and just get the end of it, wrap it around it where the glue is, leave enough so you can tie it. Now, just tie a little knot like you're going to tie a shoe, but instead of making a bow, you just tie a knot. Make it tight. And see how I did right there? Now first we'll leave this hanging. Now, let's put it right under her little arm, right there. Then we'll stick the little egg in, see how that looks. Maybe put one of the blue flowers behind the egg. Okay, that's how it's going to look. So now go ahead and leave the flowers the way it is and glue it right to the bunny. And make sure the little tails of the jute rope are hanging down. Now put your bunny arm right on top of the flowers. Now get your little egg. See how we're going to put it back in there. Tuck it in there. Alright, now let's get some glue. Put it in there. Put quite a bit, that way you are getting it on the top and the bottom of the egg. And while you're doing it, just arrange your flowers. Try to go around there. Let's make sure to push in to make sure everything is holding. Now there's the little bouquet. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's get this little blue one and tuck it in there and glue it so it's not sticking out so far. And again, you can use any kind of flowers you want. There's what that looks like. Now we're going to make, since we have the egg, I have this, it came from the Dollar Tree, and it's the narrow ribbon, and it says Happy Easter with little eggs in between. Now you want to make a bow to go right here on the bunny's little head. Let me use this other one to sit it up some. Now just measure out how big you want it. And it's just going to be a simple bow. There we go. Now just cut it. Now on this one I am going to use the same kind of jute rope. Just find the end. It's just blue and white. Now crunch this up and wrap it around it a few times. Now let's just tie it off. And then after we get this, there's one more thing I want to show you you can do to the bunny. Make sure this isn't tangled in any way, and hold it like that to make sure it's even. Now double knot it. and just make a little bitty bow. Okay, that didn't work. I'm going to have to, let's cut this so you're not working with all that excess. Just make a cute little bow. Like a shoestring, or a shoelace, I should say. And we're just going to glue it right there. Just a little bit of glue will work. Okay, just push on that. And this is what she looks like so far. Let me know what you think. Isn't she just darling? Okay, next, I noticed they don't have a tail. So get you a pom-pom, and I have one of these. It's about the large ones. Put the little tail about right here. Alright, now there's that one. Now let's work on the boy. All we're going to do is, let me find my carrots. Those little carrots that you get, they have them every year. And I have one already out of the pack. Just one of these. And we're going to put it right here. Just get you some glue. Push it in to make sure it stays. And then we're going to take, this is burlap, and it has little carrots on it. We're just going to make a bow and give them a bow tie right there. And again, all we need to do is figure out what size you want it. And then I'm going to use regular brown jute rope. And just make a little, go around several times. Make sure it's even. Cut the jute rope. Now, I'm just going to double knot it. If I can get my fingers to work right. And just tie it one more time. Alright, now make sure it's even. Now, before you glue it on, cut this excess jute rope. Now, put your glue right there where it's tied at. Get you a little right there and there. way it holds it in place. And just put it on there. And then turn them around. If you could find brown pom-poms, that would be great. But I'm just going to give him a white bunny tail. Just fluff it just a little. Alright, now here he is and here she is. They are ready for you to display however you like. Alright. Okay, for the next project you will need one of these little, either you can get the bunny or the egg gumball machines. And now these work too. You can get little gumball, those little candy eggs if you want. Because see how you turn that? And when it gets right there, it'll want to pop right out there. So they actually work. You can't beat that for $1.25. But I'm going to put, just for display, these little vase fillers down in mine, just for looks. Doesn't take a lot. I want them a little bit more filled. Alright, now let's just put it on. It's best to put it on upside down. And there it is. And now let's put a bow on it. And I'm going to use this ribbon here with the little eggs. Even make sure you turn that to where it's tight, but you know how it's even, and there we go. Now all I'm going to do is put a little, I'm going to tie this. Let me show you. Tie it right. Make sure you have enough ribbon going around it to make a little bow. And I'm not going to glue it on, that way it can be taken off and you can use it in a, in a different way if you decide you want to put real those little Easter eggs. And then just flip this. Just do a regular like you're tying the lace on your shoes. Pull that back. You want to leave enough so you have some nice little tails. And you don't want the bow to be so big it's overpowering the front. Now just make it tight there and measure there you go. Now if you see the back, like right here, just hold down and twist it. Just flip it inside out. and even it up. And here's this easy, simple DIY. That would be so cute on a shelf or in your kid or grandkids' room on their little nightstand. Okay, for the next DIY. Alright, I picked up some of these big eggs. They're, well, you can see they're purple or pink on the bottom and clear on the top. And I went ahead for the haul, which was the other day. I put them in here to give people an idea of how they can decorate. But let me take these eggs out. Get you some of that Easter grass that has all the, like this one, it's got 3 different colors. So this one's purple, so I'm thinking the yellow would look good in it. This is just an ideal if you want to use just for decoration. Like these are going to be sitting under my Easter tree. And then just put your little, now these glitter eggs, I think they're like 8 in a pack. And then there's let me find it, here it is, the ones like this, and they're like 6 or 8 in a pack too. I thought I had one more egg, but I'll find it later and put it in. And just put your grass all in there. Now you can paint these too, like chalk paint them and decorate them up, or you can fill these up with candy and the little eggs, like put some money in them or little toys and put them in with your kids or grandkids' Easter basket. But it's tricky you gotta even them up and get there. And then you can always just cut any out that's sticking out. Just trim it up. And that's what that looks like. I'm not going to do all 3 of them, but it gives you an idea of how you can decorate them. You can even put big bunnies in it, like a chocolate bunny, and just doctor it all up real nice for Easter. Okay, now the next DIY that I have, I'm going to make a bow. Now I'm using this Burlap Ribbon. The clear, well, it's see-through, and it's the pink. And then the white with the eggs. I'm using the, like a teal greenish blue. And then, let me make sure these are different eggs. Yes. And then this white one with Easter eggs. And now the difference is this one has bunnies and stuff on it. But I'm going to grab my ruler. Now I'm going to start off with the burlap here. And we're going to go up to 14. This is going to be a big bow. Go up to 14. and just make sure it's even. Okay, and loop it over just where there's 2 on each side. Like this one, it already has 2. There's 1, 2, but this one only has 1. So you want to bring it and make a long tail. I'll tell you what, I'm going to show you how to make a tail after. So just cut this to the end here. So set that there, that's 14. Now the next one is the see-through paint. Now this is going to be number 13. And again, just hang on, this wire is sticking out, so be careful. They could cut you or poke you. Now again, just 2 on each side. Just loop it over. And flatten it out, that way it stays. Make sure, okay, and just cut this one right here. Lay it on top, and as you can see, it's a little bit smaller. Whoops. Okay, now is the egg one with the Easter bunnies. Now, so we went 14, 13, now we're doing 12. And again, just 2 on each side. And 1. And then, I mean, this is an easy, simple bow. There's 2 on that side. Let's see. 1 on this one, so just loop it one more time, and where I'd already used that, I don't need to cut this. Get that tape off. So, well, it needs to cut just a teeny tiny bit. There. Now, make sure each, where's it at? This one and this one. Flip this over to where it's at the back, and this one. Now, make sure this piece is at the back. So we went 14, 13, 12. Now we have this color. Now we're doing 11. And 1. And then there's 2. Yep, that'll be just enough to make a tail. twirl that up and get it out of my way. Okay, now, where's there? And then here. And then the last one is the ones with the eggs. Let's see, we did 14, 13, 12, 14, 13, 12, 11. Now we're doing 10. And again, just 2 loops on, puffs on each side. That's what I call them, 2 little bows. One. And then one more, that's twisted. And then cut it. Alright, now, move them out of the way. Where's that cut? Okay. Put it, there's that, that. Making sure they're all, okay. This one has to be turned around. Then this one, make sure the cut end is facing down. And there. Now, just take this, make sure they're all even. Twist this, crunch this in just a little. Get a Chanel stem, which I'm using a white one. Make sure you have even the Chanel stem, that way you have enough to tie it and then hang it. Because mine is going on the end of a garland above my door. And just give it a good little twist a few times. Alright, now to fluff. Take it and just like that. Now I'll do more fluffing after I hang it up. And all you have to do is just keep fluffing until you get it the way you want. Do the same to every ribbon. I almost said every bow. Excuse me. And you can use whatever shade, pattern, or color of ribbon that you want, and you don't have to have 5. You can go 2 or 3 or 1, and you can make more on each side instead of 2 if you want. It's really your preference. Excuse me. And just fluff it real good. And as you can see, you keep fluffing. Now turn it around and do the same thing to the other side. And then once we get it, I'm going to do some tails and tie them on and show you how to do that. And you can make the tails as long as you want to. You can have some short and then some a little bit longer. It's just whatever style and design and how you're decorating, what to look right with the way you're decorating. Because everybody's style is different. I almost skipped one there. And then I have just this here. Alright, now get your ribbon. Make sure you leave a little space right here, and then we'll refluff it once we're finished. Alright, now get one of each color. I'm just going to do one coming to here and have some extra hanging. There's one for a tail. Here's the pink. And I'm doing 5, so I have to make sure that I have 5 tails. There's 3. Let's see. I have the pink, the blue, and the burlap. And that. We need the egg one. These tails are going to be real long. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need the one with the eggs and the bunnies on them. Trying to find my scissors. And this is my 5th one, if I can get this plastic off. Okay, now I'm just roughing it. Alright. Now, what you do is drape them over top of each other. Like this. And then trying to do it in order of how the ribbons, how the bow is made. Okay, now go ahead and just crunch Now there's two ways you can do this. You can wrap it around and tie it, or you can flip your bow and use the chenille stem and give it a good 3 or 4 twists. Now the extra, go ahead and make a loop and a circle. There we go. That way it can hang on the nail. Alright, now let's go through and just put the ends together, the wire against the wire, and from that end go up, and there's your V, and do that to every one of the tails. Okay, and here's the finished bow with the long, let me get my good arm, long tails. Now you can make the tails as long or short as you want, and I'm putting mine on a garland going above my door, going from the living room to the front room, and one on each side and one in the center. And if you liked today's DIYs, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. That really helps my channel out. And if you are new and haven't already, I hope you subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell next to it so you won't miss any of my future uploads. Alright, until next time, y'all.